Okay.
Yeah. All right. We began distributing this book online yesterday. Now, we started by sending it to people that we work with, colleagues that we work with, teaching artists, and indie press publishers. And I got a note back from one of our oldest friends, Don Lev, who is both a poet and publisher of Home Planet News. And Don wrote to me and said, I can't open this manuscript of yours because my computer is so old, it just isn't functioning. And the library where he lives in upstate New York, the library won't let me use their machine. So what can I do? What did why did you go right to electronic? What about paper? Have you gotten about paper? Well, no, of course we haven't forgotten about paper. We happen to, despite loving trees, we also love our print product. But we chose to submit this electronically for people for several reasons. One, we wanted to get it out fast. We know that school starts, or in some areas has already started, and we wanted the material available to people quickly. And the fastest way to get the material out to folks is by putting it online. And then two, if we printed it, we would be printing it ourselves, as we print all of our stuff ourselves. No longer letterpress, because I don't have time to handset type. Now we do things on the computer, written formats, designs on the computer, and we print it on the Minolta. But every time we use a Minolta, particularly in color, it costs. And this being a time when our budget is really flat, flatter than flat, it's inverse budget, we decided that we just couldn't afford to donate our own money to print this product, for which we weren't going to get paid anyway because we were releasing it without charging anybody for it. And so we decided the best way to go would be online. And so it's in the hands of, or the computers of many people who can open it up now, and they're able to start using what we have learned by working with our students. Um, the the proposal came about because the animal photographs that I was using when we taught many disabled kids on Staten Island, using the photographs of dogs primarily as motivational factors, we discovered that the kids were totally non-threatened by the dogs, and it inspired their own drawings and their writing and their books and their poetry. And what became a way of working, because we live with a lot of animals and I like taking pictures of animals, became a way of working, became actually a curriculum for us. And we decided that, okay, we, being artists and educators, that maybe what we have here is a way that's going to help people, because our kids aren't good test takers, and we know that this is an era where tests really matter. And if the school's scores aren't high, the school's ratings plummet. If the kids don't do well in tests, then everybody freaks: the parents, the teachers, the principals, and most definitely the school administrators. So we've discovered that our curriculum, primitive though it might be, seems to be working. It's inspiring kids to read, it's inspiring kids to write, and kids who are reading and writing more do better on tests anyway. Although many of our kids, because so many have disabilities, really have trouble taking tests. They need extended time, they need things read to them. Some of our youngest kids, the kindergarten kids, are actually not even alphabet knowledgeable. They're totally pre-literate. And some of them have such trouble with eye-hand coordination that writing for them is really an anxiety-producing event. But when they're doing pictures, drawing pictures of animals, and poetry about their animals or our animals that they've gotten to know very well through my pictures, suddenly they open up and they're able to experience life in a non-threatening manner, so they can be more creative. We studied with Rachel Lauer at Pace University, studied critical thinking with Rachel. And it was Rachel's position that, and I quoted her in the beginning of the book. Here, what did I say here? Rachel said that something will have to be done to change the demeaning status of students, the irrelevant curriculum, and the social isolation of students within the regular classroom. If we do not change these fundamentals, educability of students will not increase, nor will achievement. We will simply spend more years rearranging the same old pieces of a system no one is happy with. Well, we agree with Rachel. And we have discovered that what we're doing, while different, is consistent with educational principles, in that we are listening to our students, We are responding to them, and we are helping them to reach out to us through their reading and writing. And that's why we're sharing this curriculum now, and why we're sharing it immediately online, while also trying to do a limited edition print version ourselves. And if we're very, very lucky and the planets are in alignment, maybe a trade publisher will pick it up who has more means than we do and can distribute it more widely. But this is where we are right now. And this is the first in a series of small YouTube films that's our version of an author's tour.